morning. I am here and I wanted to talk to you about, well, my journey to detox my armpits. This is a subject that I was like, oh my gosh, do I have the guts to actually go and talk about this? And I was thinking, yes, I need to, especially because I started talking to some other members about deodorant options. And I was like, you know what? I've just been through this. Let me go ahead and get real. So here it is. So I was always the person that didn't sweat. I would, excuse me, I would work out and I wouldn't sweat. It would be a hot day. I would glisten, but I wasn't really sweating. And I was totally fine with that. You know, I had my deodorant that I loved. I had looked it up on EWG Skin Deep. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just a 4 or a 5. Like, that's fine. It's great. No scent added to it. So I'm like, yeah, I win there. You know, and so it was great. I was totally fine with it. And so as I was on my oily journey, yeah, I had done research. And so in the back of my head, I knew, you know, you want to sweat. But I was like, nah, I don't really sweat with my deodorant, so I'm good. I'm fine, whatever. And I was totally fine with that. I was doing all of the other good stuff. I was crunchy in so many other ways. I didn't need to switch my deodorant. And so I kept like that for almost 2 years. And then as I was, and I can't remember when the switch was, but it was sometime this summer, the switch went on and I was like, you know what? Why? I know that it's good to sweat out of your armpits. I know that you need to. I know that that's a point that you really need to be sweating. Why am I using these antiperspirants? Like, why am I doing this to myself? Let me try to detox. So, I didn't go about the whole thing with like, yeah, I'm going to detox my pits. Because, you know, who says that and who does that? That's not what I wanted. But I just decided, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch to just a natural deodorant and we're going to be great. Anyways, I had tried, with the recommendation of some of our team members, I had tried this. This is a rock crystal. You can get them online, and so I tried it. It's, you know, like natural. It's rock. It's crystal. It's a rock crystal, and so all you have to do is you wet it, and then you just put it on there, and it's wet, but it dries, and it inhibits bacteria growth, so it inhibits the smell. So I was using that. I was liking it. It was working fine, but every now and then I would just notice a stink, and I was like, what is going on? Well, I realized I was detoxing. My armpits were detoxing. And so I'm doing more research, trying to figure out about like what's going on, because I went through over 30 years of my life. I never smelled. Like my armpits never smelled. I never had that issue. So what was going on now? Well, the longer that you use these antiperspirants, especially ones that have these chemicals in them to get the stink away, the more you're using those antiperspirants. Now, antiperspirant is what stops you from sweating. Deodorant is what stops the smell. So as you're using antiperspirants, it is, it's adding chemicals into your body and the pits that you want to get those chemicals out. So it's just inhibiting what your body naturally needs to do. So sweating is a good thing. We want to know that. And when you stop the sweat, when you use antiperspirants, again, there's that backup there. So typically when you stop using antiperspirants and either you don't do anything, you're switched to deodorants, you're going to have excess smell, excess stink. Well, now, when I decided to do this, I wasn't thinking about the time of year. I wasn't thinking about any of that. It was August. It was hot. It was humid. It was gross. And guess what? Our AC was broken in our house. So I was like constantly sweating, constantly stinky. I mean, like, I went through like a major detox during that time. Because I had used antiperspirants for so long that I just had this excess built up. So there was more smell than what I ever thought was going to be happening. So, so by switching, by like dropping the antiperspirant, there was more smell. So if you're thinking that you're going to switch, just know there's going to be a time as you're detoxing that there's going to be more smell. It's temporary. And then once you find what works for you, then it goes away completely. Once you actually finish that detox process, you are actually going to smell less naturally. And your smell is actually a better smell if you weren't to use any sort of deodorant. But let's talk actually like going through that detox. So once you make that decision, you're like, okay, I'm done with antiperspirants. Like, let's detox. Let's neutralize our bodies. So you're going to detox your armpits. And you can do this at any point, whether you use a natural deodorant or not. Detoxing your armpits is awesome for you because, again, we're getting stuff out of there that we want to be getting out of there. That was a really great visual, you guys. Like, yeah, it's coming out of your pits. That's just for you. It's because I love you. So ways that you can detox your pits. Wear natural fibers. Now, easier said than done. I am sure looking through my closet that I have a lot of synthetic fibers, especially a lot of my workout stuff. I love my workout clothes. But it is really important that you're wearing natural fibers as much as possible, because those natural fibers are going to allow your skin to breathe. Remember, our skin is our largest organ. We need it to breathe. Yeah, we'll protect it with clothes, but we will allow it to let there be some airflow. So natural fibers are really good. Synthetic fibers can hold on to a lot of the stuff that we sweat out, and then it can just cause more stink, more smell, or even more issues, growth of things that we don't want to grow. So natural fibers, good thing. Also, watch what you eat. If you notice at any point that your odor, and this is not talking detox time, because detox time, you're gonna smell more. Like, it's gonna happen, so just prep for it. But watch what you eat. So if you're drinking or eating caffeine, alcohol, pork, fried foods, with unhealthy oils, all of that sort of stuff, you're going to have a different smell than if you're doing clean eating. So keep that in mind as well. Also, you want to dry off completely after a shower or a bath. If you are not, especially dry your pits, if you are not drying off completely, then there is going to be stuff that grows. And when stuff grows, that's when you get a smell. So dry equals no smell. Kind of. We'll get to that in just a minute. So dry off really carefully. If you feel like you haven't dried off completely, or even if you feel like you have and you just are kind of noticing that there might be something, there are a couple of tricks that you can do to help get rid of stuff. So apple cider vinegar, lemon essential oil, witch hazel. Witch hazel totally became my friend when I started to detox my pits because I have it on hand. I have a lot of it on hand, and I was using it often to just kind of get rid of the bacteria that was growing. Bacteria is what caused the smell. So I would just kind of use that on a cotton ball and wipe my armpits down a couple of times a day, and that did help alleviate some of the smell. But again, back to some things that we want to do to help us detox and help us make sure that there's no smell. Drinking lots of water. The more water you drink during your detox time, the faster you are going to detox. The faster you detox, the quicker until you get to the no smell zone. Take probiotics. Probiotics, really good for you. That Life 5 probiotic, do your research. There is no better probiotic on the market than What Young Living sells. Nothing. So go take a look, do your research, but it's really, really awesome. So go ahead and do that probiotic. Also, we talk about bentonite clay masks to use them on our face. For that, I mix apple cider vinegar, bentonite clay, and then I'll sometimes do a couple of drops of tea tree or manuka oil. But you can do that on your pits. And what it does to your face is it brings those toxins out. You take that face mask off and your face is bright red because the toxins have rushed to your face. The blood is pumping and all of that. Well, same thing with our pits. We can detox our pits using that bentonite clay face mask. Just a pit mask. So apple cider vinegar and bentonite clay, super cheap. You can get them at, I get them at Whole Foods, Amazon. Amazon actually is more expensive than when I buy it at Whole Foods. But it's really cheap, great to have on hand, and you can then use the same ingredients and do face masks once a week, which you should be doing because it's awesome. So those are just some things that you can do if you're detoxing your pits. So again, here's back to my story. So in August, I'm deciding, yeah, I am going antiperspirant free. So I go antiperspirant free. Smell starts almost immediately. The mask isn't at Whole Foods. The bentonite clay is at Whole Foods. And then apple cider vinegar you can get anywhere. But you combine it together. We have a recipe that we've used. Nicole Perez, our diamond leader, showed us this recipe, and I have an image for it with all of our stuff. So I'll make sure to link to that, or you can do a search and you can find that. But so anyways, yeah, I decided to go antiperspirant free, and I do, and the smell starts immediately. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I need to go back. And I'm like, no. I made the decision. I'm doing this. So of course I'm sweating more. I knew that was going to happen. And I just kind of let it go. I'm like, you know what? It's hot and humid. Everyone's sweating. I'm just going to join the club. So I just kind of accepted it. And then I started going with my, oh gosh. Well, that one probably just broke a little bit. That's okay. It's a rock. No, it's fine. So I got my rock body deodorant, and you just wet it and then just put it on your pits. Again, it's watery, so it's going to like drip a little water down. But it was good. In the transition, it was real good to have. They also, the same company does they basically like take it and dissolve the rock crystal into water, and then you can spray that down. So either way that you want, you can do that. They have scented ones. Remember, whenever you buy something that's scented, unless you know that it's a Young Living brand, chances are it's something artificial somewhere in the process. So I just buy unscented everything. And then if I want to, I can add Young Living stuff to it. But anyways, so I used these in the meantime. I did want to keep it with me. Like, I kept it with me everywhere because midday I might need to reapply. The trick, if you're going to use the rock crystals as a deodorant, you want to put it on the moment you are done with the shower. Some people even keep it in the shower because the moment that you get out of the shower and you're dry, that's when bacteria is going to grow and that's when the smell is going to start. So if you're going to go this route, then just be prepared and keep some with you so that you can apply. During that time, again, it was really hot, really humid. That was when we did our wine and oils winery tour and at Casanel, and I smelled, and I apologized to everyone in my car because I was like, you guys, I'm so sorry, I'm detoxing my pits. And they all laughed at me, and I said, but really, like, I'm gonna smell. And they were like, well, just don't get near us. And I said, well, I have a solution for that. So I had my witch hazel, and I also had my purification, and I just put them in a little tiny spray bottle, and I carried that with me all the time because I could spray that on there. The witch hazel was going to help kill that bacteria. The purification helped kill the smell because it purifies. It doesn't just mask the smell, it actually purifies. And it has tea tree in it. It did a lot of good for me. And I say that sincerely. So I would spray that on my pits whenever I needed to. I think we should do a pit count. How many times am I saying the word pit in this video? So anyways, so I did that for a while, and finally I was like, you know what? think I'm good. Like, I think I'm at the point where I'm good with this. Let me try something else. So I tried the Young Living deodorant. I had Mountain Mint deodorant. I tried it, and it was a pleasant smell. I liked it. But for me, I'm just not used to scented deodorants. I've never had scented deodorant, so I wasn't used to it. And it just, you know, for me in the past, I had tried like pit paste. I had tried other sorts of natural deodorants that have really high ratings. People love them. But I just didn't like the feeling on my skin. I just felt like it never dried. It was just kind of goopy. I was probably using too much of it. To be totally honest, I was probably using way more than I should. But I just didn't love it. And the Young Living one worked great. It really did mask the smell, even during some of my really stinky days, but it was scented, and I just didn't really want that. So anyways, I knew, because I have been teaching this and talking about this for forever, that we have a toothpaste that you can use on your armpits as a deodorant. And I had it, and I bought it probably close to 2 years ago, thinking at some point I wanted to use it on my pits. And I had from time to time. There's a tingle there when you put it on after you've shaved. There is a tingle, but it goes away, and it's amazing. So yeah, I'm like not crazy about like scented smells, but you guys, it's Thieves. Like, it smells great, and it goes away. Like, that smell goes away. Yeah, I smelled my pits on a video. Real life. So anyways, I've been using this now. Oh, upside down. I've been using this now, the Dentarome Plus. It was out of stock for a little while. I was freaking out. It's back in stock. I already ordered it. It's coming like sometime next week. So if you look at any of the natural deodorants, you're going to see a lot of familiar ingredients. You know, just, you're going to look and you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's in a natural deodorant, that's in a natural deodorant, that's in a natural deodorant. So that's why this is great. Oh, God, I'm dropping everything. I forget how much it is for members, $6.75 maybe. Real cheap. You need a pea size amount, and that's for both, like, total. So you need like half a pea for this and half a pea for that. It was out of stock when you looked last night. I just ordered it, and I just placed my order like a day and a half ago. Maybe the Dentarome Ultra is out of stock, but I think the Plus is back in stock. So take a look one more time and see. Oh God, I got it on my order, so hopefully it actually arrives, because I'm running real low and I need some more. But anyways, that's kind of my whole process. This is where I am. I'm dropping everything. This is where I am. I'm at the end of my detox, and I've been using it, and I love it, and I don't smell, and it's been hot, and I went to Utah, and I was out in the farm for 2 days, and it was hot, and I didn't smell. Like, I smelled great. No shower, not like, let's go. I mean, I showered in the morning, but like, let's go party, let's go have some fun. So you have to get through that detox period, and during that detox period, you're going to want to quit it, but keep going, because it is so totally worth it in the end. So positives of detoxing your pits and going towards deodorant, no antiperspirant. Here's some positives. You're not going to smell when you're going for a deodorant, and one that actually works with your body chemistry. You're not going to have those white marks that you worry about with other deodorants and antiperspirants. It's going to be cheaper because you are using less of it. You don't need 2 clicks of a deodorant antiperspirant every single time. Like, it will be cheaper in your life. And it's better for you. So negatives, yeah, you're gonna sweat. But once you've gone through detox, you're going to sweat less than if you were going through that detox and you know, otherwise. So you will have that detox period. It will be smelly. And think about what a detox does. It gets the chemicals out of your body. So it's really good for you to go through that But just know that, you know, other things may come to the surface. I will tell you, during that detox period, I did get sick. I wasn't taking my care of myself. I wasn't boosting my immune system like I normally do. And I did get sick. Now, I don't know if there's a correlation or causation because of what I was doing, but it happened for me. And I have to wonder if it had something to do with the fact that my body was detoxing. And that was just its way of flushing stuff out of my system. And I happened to get sick in the process. So just know that can happen. But drink lots of water and do your other immune boosting activities, and that will really help that whole process. Drink lemon in your water. Lemon essential oil in your water will help with that detox process. Sorry, lemon vitality essential oil will help in that detox process. So that's good. And know that, yeah, if you're going to be using like the Thieves toothpaste, there's going to be a little bit of a tingle there. Thieves is a hot oil blend. So there will be a little bit of a tingle, but it lasts like a minute or two, and then it's done, and then things are awesome. So for me, it's worth it. If you really don't like that feeling, then shave the night before, and then that day put it on. You know, it's the reaction to shaving, because you've opened those pores and everything. So there you go. So anyways, that's my story of detoxing my pits and going towards a natural deodorant and trying a couple of other things and seeing what I like. I will tell you that you have to get used to the idea of sweat and sweating in your pits. But guess what? If you look around at other adults, a lot of other adults sweat. It's normal. Like, we have to kind of get over that mindset of, oh my gosh, in middle school, if I sweat, it's the most embarrassing thing in the world and I don't really know what to do, and oh my gosh, get over it. It's fine. We sweat. We're supposed to sweat. Let's bring a change of clothes if it really bothers you that much. Like, bring an extra shirt. For me, I'm just going to be like, yeah, I'm an adult. I'm over it. Like, let's grow up a bit. And really, the only person that truly cares, the only person that truly cares is you. So anyways, do some stuff for your health, and there you go. Let me know if you have any other questions, or want to know, you know, like want to go through anything specifically about things that I had researched, things that I had found. But that's my story, and I hope that you liked it. I hope it was a little bit entertaining. And just to finish off, I'm just going to say it a couple more times. Pit, 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 pit. Because I, didn't say it enough. All right. Bye, guys.